to love a girl like me. I don't blame you much for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know.
How you feeling right now? Let me see you ladies in the air. Let me see your middle finger in the air. Let me see you act up in the smoke. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? And it's my goddamn. One thing you can't do is stop us now. Hey, you can't stop the thing now. Man, it's way too late. It's way too late. It's way too late. You can't fuck with us. To the left, to the right. I want to see everybody hands in the air like this. Hey. How you feeling right now? Let me see you ladies in the air. Let me see your middle finger in the air. Let me see you act up in the smoke. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? And it's my goddamn. One thing you can't do is stop us now. Hey, you can't stop the thing now. Man, it's way too late. It's way too late. It's way too late. You can't fuck with us.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Good morning, good evening. What's up? We got Sweden in the house. How's it going, Sweden, Colombia, Peru? How's it going? Where's everybody tuning in from today? It's pretty late right now, 2 in the morning. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we got gold pushing up a little bit. It's been pretty bearish this week overall. There's been some buying opportunities throughout the weekend. Anytime I've been on, I haven't seen any sell setups. Just the sell setups aren't there when I'm on. There's usually just buy entries when I've been jumping on, the times I've been on. So even not long ago, honestly, it looks like we missed. Literally, like, should have jumped on an hour ago. Like, we missed an entry. Maybe a couple entries actually tonight you could have taken for buys, or in one sell. We just missed an entry not long ago. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We got I see Sweden's here, Peru, Nigeria. What's up, Nigeria? We got Nigeria in the house. I've been to Nigeria. I've been there. I've actually gone there. It was hot. That's the hottest place I've ever been. That place was hot. Yeah, there was a couple entries we just missed. Right before this session, right before I got on, there was a good entry to take. Gold set up not that long ago here for a buy. Can't chase it. I mean, someone like me can jump on a chart and be like, yeah, I missed my entry. I mean, a lot of you guys should be able to get on the charts at times and be like, that's where I should have bought, where I could have got in. So you don't want to chase things. Yeah, definitely missed an entry right there. Market was pulling back. If you look at gold, should have got. That's why 1 a.m., 2 a.m., like this hour, like I've been getting on at 2 a.m., but like an hour ago, 1 a.m., it's a good time to go on the charts. If you look at gold and you look at the structure here, it actually made some nice movement. Had this high, and then it came down, bam. What did it do? It ended up coming up here and making a higher high. So it sort of shifted structure there. So there was this pullback would have been nice to follow and watch. You can see how this came all the way back down into the low. This would have been a good buy entry right here in this area. That's the trade we missed. We could have been in that. If I jumped on an hour ago, we would have been done trading probably already, or That would have been a good trade if I jumped on an hour ago. Yeah, that would have been a good entry. Even like if you look at gold, what is that? 39.75. Funny enough, 2 nights ago or beginning of the week, I don't know which session it was, but I said I'll wait for $4,000. I think it was the session I did Monday. I think it was the first session I did in the week. I think it was actually the very first session I did in the week. I think it was I did an inner circle stream this week. Yeah, when I was at that hotel still. When I was at the resort. On that session, I even said like I'm gonna mark some levels and wait for price to come to those levels. One of those levels, I think was 39. I think it was 39.75. I think I even said I'm gonna wait for 39.75. I think I said I'm gonna wait for $4,000, and I'm gonna wait for 39.75 on that session. There was a session, or it might have been the session after that I did public the next day. There was a session that I said I'm gonna wait for 39.75. I missed it. 39.75. It already gave a couple entries. We missed an entry there, unless some of you guys caught it. Maybe some of you guys were able to catch it on your own. If you're watching the chart, Tokyo session. Well, actually, that's not Tokyo session. Tokyo session, yeah, here. If you're on the charts Tokyo, you could have even caught potentially a buy rate here at 39.75. I'm not just going to jump in this thing. Even though it's low, like it's pretty oversold on the 4 hour here. But definitely missed an entry point moments ago, like an hour ago. Even the last couple of hours, we could have caught like, it's good to recognize that and not chase things. Like if you can recognize, okay, that's where I should have got in or could have got in, then you know you missed a trade. That would have been a good like entry point for gold. 39.75. Did anybody catch 39.75? Some of you guys should have. Like some of you guys come here every day. Some of you guys have been here for months. Some of you guys have been here for a couple of years, even a year. Like some of you guys should have been able to catch 39.75. I could guarantee that. If none of you guys caught 39.75, I'll be disappointed. I was taking a nap. I woke up like I was taking a nap. I literally woke up like somewhere in here. And like sometimes when I'm napping, I'll look at my phone and see what price is doing, and I'm like, damn it, missed an entry. Yeah, 39.75. Some of you guys should have caught it. Some of you guys actually should have caught it on your own. I would hope at least. We had buys last night, literally on stream. We caught a buy yesterday here. That had profit, and then market went down, so it would have been either a stop loss, break even. Hopefully you guys were able to secure some profit on that buy we had yesterday. We had a buy here on gold last night. It was a good trade, gave some profit potential, and hopefully you guys were able to secure it. If you take a winning trade, here's the thing, because what I noticed was some people literally entered buys right after they got like stopped out. If you take a trade setup that's there and you go and profit, and then you end up losing that trade, you don't rush into the next trade. You don't just jump into the next trade setup as if the same trade's still there. You wait. You try to time things. Like you don't just jump into a trade right away, or you don't take the same entry again as if the same setup's still there. Like we had a good entry last night on gold over here. Back-to-back nights, we bought gold. We were buying gold over here, if anyone remembers, and we were buying gold over here. Last 2 trades that we took. Unfortunately, we can't jump in gold right now. I'm not going to jump in this. It's already moved quite a bit. 39.75, 39.80, around there would have been the entry point for gold. Maybe some of you guys caught it. What we got? Anyone catch it? If it goes back, I don't know. If it goes back, maybe. I mean, the thing is, it's gone back already enough times. Like, you could have been asking that same question to yourself here. So that's the thing. Like, something can happen only so many times. It's like 39.75's reacted a good amount of times. So it's like that same question, like here, you could have been saying, okay, if it goes back, I'll enter. Or even here, if it goes back, I'll enter. Now it's like, to me, it's very limited. It's like I'm not going to, 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities. I missed the opportunity. If it goes back, no, I'm not going to enter. It depends on how it looks, though. It's not to just guess and say if it goes back, I'm going to enter right away. If it goes back, I'm going to observe. Not if it goes back, I'm going to enter. If it goes back, I'm going to watch price action and see maybe how it looks going back to there. That's how you would think. You wouldn't think in the sense of if it goes back, I'll enter. You could have already thought that, right? Like here, you could see 39.75 reacted. We'll probably get a trade like that in New York session if gold dumps again. Like if you notice there was a buy in New York session. I want to talk about that on this session. But like here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like if it goes back, I don't know. It's not the same setup if it goes back necessarily. It's not the same structure. It's already reacted, right? So probably not going to enter if it goes back, most likely. Because it's already reacted, see? It's not going to give you the same entry. If a candle drops down to it, it depends. It depends on how it looks, right? So maybe, probably not. It really depends on how it looks at that price. I'm not just going to blindly be like, if it goes back, I'll enter. Because it's touched that level a few times, so like, you got to watch out. It could try to break underneath the level. It's touched it a few times. So if it comes back, it's like, is it really going to react a 5th time? It's going to react 5 times off of this level. I don't know, right? Is it going to react a 5th time? It's already reacted 4 times. So I don't know, potentially, not really. I'm not really thinking if it goes back, I'll enter. That's the way you want. That's maybe the way you would want to be thinking here or here after the high, after it shifted up and created that high. Because you had the low. Right? You had the high here, and then you came down, retested the low, and then from there you came up and made a higher high. So it's like right there, it's like, okay, it's coming back. If it comes back, I could possibly enter, right? Boom. So that would have been a good trade setup with the shift that happened there. Right now it's at $4,000 sitting there. So I'm going to watch gold for like the next hour, see if there's an entry we can find, an opportunity. I'm just going to stay on for an hour today. And we're gonna see dollars dropping at the moment. That's why gold just shot up. Yeah, the dollar looks like it could. The dollar looks like it could drop, meaning gold could potentially go up. It's the end of the week. Gold is dropping towards the end of the week, which could mean Friday buys, Friday reversals. It looks like it's already kind of happening, going into Friday. I mean, depends on how it looks. Maybe it's a buy if it goes back. Like, maybe there's a retest. I'm going to watch gold today. I'm going to be patient and see if there's any buy entries. I'm going to be looking for buys today because it follows how I trade. It is Friday, going towards the end of the week, and gold has been dropping pretty much like all week. More so, like not just dropping all week. It's had some buys, some sells, but we've come down pretty low, so it's lost some value this week. So most likely when you're coming into a time of the week like this, in terms of weekly cycles, a lot of times you'll get buys at the end of the week. So yeah, not predicting anything right now, but I can sense that there's, I could have said yesterday too. I think I even did say Wednesday. I think on Wednesday session, I said we'll probably get buys Thursday or Friday, right? Usually we do when the market drops down all week. Usually we'll get buys on Thursday or Friday, right? So we'll see if there's an entry. Not chasing anything right now. Just going to be patient, guys. Understand we missed an entry. So when it comes down to it, you have to be able to look at the chart and be like, okay, I missed that entry. I'm not in. Nothing I can really do. It's not making things up. It's not trying to be a wizard and let me just get in the market. It's not trying to see things that aren't there just so you can be in the market. You have to recognize when you miss good entries. And a good entry point was about an hour ago. Like if I was on at 1 a.m. around 1:30, we would have been in this trade. If I jumped on an hour ago or at 1 o'clock, we would have been in this trade. All right, we would have been in this trade if I jumped on already or an hour ago. So I'm not going to chase price here because I know myself, very self-aware. I know if I was on the charts an hour ago or 4 hours ago, 3-4 hours ago, whatever, like 4 hours ago, I would have been in here too. I would have been in one of these trades. I know myself. If I was on the charts, if I was on the charts, that's really all it is sometimes just showing up relatively around the times that the market sets up. So I'm not gonna buy anything right now. I'm gonna wait. Not looking for sells because personally, like, this isn't a sell setup for me, like how I trade. This is not like a sell setup I explained the other day would have been up here. So this is not like people are asking, like, why don't you take sells? Well, if you guys notice, every time I jump on the lives, the market's more in a buying territory. People keep asking me, like, bro, why aren't you taking any sells? Well, if you guys notice, when I jump on the live streams, there's no sells setups. The market's not in a sell setup. Usually it's coming down at a low, touching a support. For example, a few nights ago, we were here. I'm not going to sell there. That's not a sell setup, right? I'm not going to sell into a low. I'm not going to sell into a price that's dropped like that. I'm not going to be selling into a price that's dropped, right? I'm not going to be selling into a support level, right? So the other night I bought here, right? Two nights ago I was buying in here. That's not a sell setup, right? So when people have been asking, why aren't you taking sells? Well, when I've been on the streams, there hasn't been any sell setups, right? I'm not in territory for me to take a sell. If you look at the last two streams, if I took a sell on the last two streams, so for those of you guys that have been asking, Evan, why didn't you take any sells? Well, if I did, I would have been selling here then, and I would have been selling here. Those would have been my sell entries if I sold on the last two streams. Obviously, maybe the second one, yeah, depending on like how I hold it, but probably would have got stopped out. So if for those that have been asking, like, why aren't you taking sells? Again, it's not a sell setup. That's not how I trade. If I sold 2 nights ago, we would have been selling here then. That would have been my trade. I don't want to be selling into a low. I don't want to be selling after price has already sold off, right? I'm not going to sell if price has sold off, right? I want to, in the sense, sell higher, right? So the last 2 streams, there hasn't been a sell setup for me, right? Here, if I sold yesterday, I would have sold right here. That would have been my sell. That wouldn't have been the best sell setup. In that moment, I would have went in a drawdown. Like, I would have sold here and the market would have went up against me, right? So that is exactly why. Like, that's not how I trade. Depends on when I'm on, what's in front of me. When I've been on the charts, there hasn't been sell setups when I have been on the charts. There's been buy setups when I've been on the charts, all right? There hasn't been sells. Even the other day, I called out a buy in here. So imagine, if anybody remembers, if you follow me, if you're following in the Telegram, I was literally wakeboarding. I was on the water. There was a buy on Monday. I literally shared a screenshot of it. Where is it? Here. Imagine, so here, for example, this was a buy. Let's just say I sold there. Okay, for 3997, that means I would have been selling right here. This would have been my sell. So those of you guys asking me, why are you only taking buys? Well, is that a sell setup? No. Would I want to sell there? Think about it. I was buying there, right? I was taking a buy. That trade ended up playing out perfectly. So it's like where I was and where the chart was, there was a buy setup. If I sold there, imagine if I sold. That would have been imagine if I sold there. That would have been my entry point. So imagine if I did the opposite here. That would have been a terrible entry. I would have been selling low. I would have been selling into the low. I would have been selling into a support. So people are asking me, Evan, why aren't you taking any sells? Why aren't you taking sells? Sells, no sells. Is that a sell setup? No. I don't want to be selling into a low. I don't want to be selling into a support. I don't want to be selling after the market's dropped 700 pips, 500 pips. That makes no sense, right? 2 nights ago, if I sold here, imagine if I sold here. That's not a sell entry. Imagine if that's where I sold. That's not a sell. That would have been a bad entry, right? Imagine last night if I sold. Last night, we had a good trade. Imagine last night if I sold. That wouldn't have been a good entry for a sell, right? So when I've been on, there's been buy setups. I'm not going to be selling after the market has sold off. So some of you guys are confused. Some of you guys are like, why aren't you selling, bro? Why aren't you selling? Well, let's say I did that. If I sold every trade I took this week, would have been a shitty fucking week. Like, I would have been bad trading. It would have been bad trades. Imagine if I sold here. That means I would have got stopped out. I would have taken an L. This would have been my entry. Not a good trade. This thing ended up going up, hitting my full TP as well. This thing ended up going up, hitting 4,050. That's where I ended up getting out at $4,050. What? Imagine if I had a sell there. You know? So if you're looking at the trades, like I've called out this week, I called out a buy here. Imagine that was where I sold. So those of you guys who want me to sell, all right, these would have been our entries if I sold. Pretty shitty entries if I were to sell here. Would have been bad timing. Why am I going to sell after the market has dumped? After the market has dumped. Or even after the market has dropped a bit. It makes no sense. That's not how I trade, right? That's not how I trade the markets. Where would my sell setups have been? My sell setups would have been here or here. Those are the only 2 sells I would have taken this week based on how I trade. Based on how I look at the market, okay? Up there. Where I would have sold would have been here. If I was on the charts, I would have sold here or in here. Those would have been the entries I would have sold if I was on the charts. Right? Not here. I'm not going to be selling right here. Right? If I do that 100 times, it's not going to be in my favor. Right? And I said this the other night because the other night it was funny, like gold was dropping a bit. Gold was dropping down a bit, and people are asking me, hey, Evan, gold's dropping a little bit. Why, you know? I said, well, I'm not going to sell here. If I sell here, if I do that a bunch of times, it's not going to be good. I could lose a trade. I said the other night when I was buying here, I said I could lose this trade, but I said if it goes down, it goes down. I could lose this trade. It doesn't matter because people are asking like, why aren't you selling? I said that makes no sense. If I do that 100 times, it's not going to be a good trade. So when I've been on the charts, buy setups have been presenting themselves. Okay, with the time I've been showing up to the charts to view what the market's doing, that's when the buy setups have been presenting themselves. For me, right? I'm not on the charts 24/7. I'm not looking at the charts 8-10 hours a day all the time. I don't do that anymore. People want me to do that, but I'm not doing that anymore. I don't need to. I can come to the chart once, twice a day at one time, London session, New York session. I know everybody wants me on the charts 6 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours a day. That's a lot of work you guys want me on. I'm already coming to the charts every day teaching, so just tap in. Everybody wants me on the charts 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day. It's like, all right. I don't think anyone does that. I've done that before, right? When I want to do that, guys, when I want to put 8 hours a day on the charts, that time will come. Maybe it's 4 months from now. Maybe it's next month. Maybe it's a year from now. Maybe it's 6 months from now. When I want to do that again and go live 1, 2, 3 times a day, London, New York, Tokyo, or and I want to stream 4, 5, 8 hours a day, that time will come, guys, right? We're going to be here next year. We're going to be here 6 months from now. We're going to be here 4 months from now. Everybody wants me to stream 8 hours a day. And I'm like, Bruh, like y'all don't pay me enough to do that, all right? Like, jeez, right? That's like a full-time job right there. That's like, y'all. Everybody wants me to stream 8 hours a day, but it's like that's all, you know. There times like that will come, guys. Like, just stay patient. I think everybody needs to stay patient and realize, you know, the markets are going to be here tomorrow. The markets are going to be here next week. Whether or not I'm on the charts, you should be able to find setups. Whether I'm on the charts, you should be able to find setups, guys. There's going to be setups with or without me on the charts, all right? There's going to be trade setups with me on the charts or without me on the charts is one thing you guys got to understand. There's not always going to be trade setups when I'm on the charts. And just because I'm here or not, there's going to be trade setups. There's going to be reactions. Your job as a coming up trader, because I've been doing this for 11 years. I made my first 6 figures 10 years ago. So I made my first 6 figures when I was 20 years old. And I mean cash in the bank, okay? From trading, from investing. That was 10 years ago, all right? 10 years ago. That was before any of you guys even knew what a pip was, all right? Some of you guys were still in high school, all right? Some of you guys were still in school. Some of you guys didn't even know what trading was then, all right? Some of you guys have to put in that time too, right? Show up at Tokyo session. Show up at London session. Just because I'm not there Tokyo session doesn't mean Tokyo session's not going to move, right? If you're waiting for me to always come on the charts, you're going to miss out on things too, right? There's going to be months like I've streamed a lot over the year, okay, guys? There's going to be months, days I'm streaming more. There's going to be days I'm streaming less, okay? Right now, I'm streaming the London market every day. So London market, this is the time I want to go. This is where I got my energy. You know, this is where I'm awake, where I'm active. So I want to be on the charts at this time. If I'm not on Tokyo session, you got to put in the work. You got to show up, put in your work, put in your grind, put in your hours, guys. Because I'm showing you right now, like, I missed a trade, and I can say, man, if I was on the charts, I would have caught this trade. So that means, you guys got to put in that time too, right? You guys got to put in that work, that effort. I've made millions of dollars doing this stuff already, and I'm here teaching you guys, showing up with you guys every day, looking for setups, right? So make sure you guys are also putting in your time too, right? Make sure you're putting in your hours, right? Make sure you're putting in your work, your grind. Make sure you're showing up for you, not for me, okay? Make sure you're showing up for you, okay? Not me. Some people are waiting for me all day long. Like, some of you guys are waiting for me all day. And I'm like, London session's when I'm streaming right now, guys. If I stream New York, I'll drop the link. You guys will know. But lately, it's just been London, London, London. I know people want me to stream 3 times a day. I get it. People want me to stream 2, 3 times a day. Those days are going to come. They're right around the corner, guys. Just stay patient. You guys just got to stay patient, all right? You guys just got to stay patient. That's all I can say. Every day I get messages like that. I see people every day I get messages like that. Like, bro, why aren't you streaming 3 times a day? Well, I don't need to trade, right? Right? That's the thing. I don't need to trade. I don't need to stream 3 hours a day to be trading, right? Right now we're doing London session, right? Every day, London. Soon I'm going to be soon, much. In the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm going to be streaming London and New York. I haven't done any New York sessions. I've only done like 2. And sometimes it's just about where my energy's at. I'd rather be active, awake, locked in, sharp, and have good energy. If I'm tired, I'm not going to be on the charts. If I'm tired, if I'm sleepy, if I'm feeling groggy, I'm not going to jump on the charts. No point. People want me to stream 8 hours a day, but don't even smash the like button or comment on the videos. You guys want me streaming 8 hours a day. You guys want me streaming 3 times a day, but you can't even like a video. You can't even comment on my posts, show love. But y'all want me streaming 3 times a day, but y'all don't even show love, all right? Where's that energy? Remember what I said? I said this a few weeks ago. I said, guys, smash the like button, comments on the videos, my Instagram videos, show some love, and then I'll stream more. Nope. Still 4 comments every video, 20 likes, 30 likes. You guys hate me, see? I told you guys, energy goes where you give it, right? I show up every day still. I'm here every single day. I come on live every single day for you guys. Every day I'm still here. I told you guys a few weeks ago, I said, guys, I'm about to start rolling it out. I'm about to start live trading. And I want to stream multiple times a day, but I'm just not feeling the love from you guys, that energy. Still not, man. Still not. I got 4 comments. Let me see. Let me go look at my Instagram, for example. Like here. Or even my last YouTube video. I look at my last YouTube video. Look, like I'll get 0 comments, 9 likes, 12 comments, 3 comments, 19 likes, 23 likes. Look at this stuff. You guys see? You guys aren't even showing love. You guys aren't even showing love, yo. And you guys want me streaming 3 times a day. Fucking haters, man. Let me look at my last YouTube video. I told you guys 3 weeks ago. My last YouTube video has 8 comments. It almost has 1,000 views. See? I bet it's the same 8 people that comment on every video. I told you guys 3 weeks ago. I said, make sure you guys show some love. Show the energy. Reciprocate the energy because you get what you give. You have a guy that's been literally coming for the last year and a half, streaming so much. I've done 482 streams just inside the inner circle in the last year. Just inside the inner circle, I've done 482 streams, not including YouTube live streams. I don't know how many times I've streamed in the last year. You guys have a guy who, you guys got too comfortable and you guys got too spoiled. Yo, I spoiled a lot of you guys. You guys got too comfortable with me streaming every day, sending signals. You guys don't even show love anymore. Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, you know, DJ Khaled. People are like, Evan, why don't you stream 3 times a day? Bro, you guys don't even smash the like button. You guys don't even show love. But you guys will, yeah, no. Spoiled, man. Spoiled. I wish I had someone like me. Gold's probably going to drop here from the looks of it. It's like rejecting this area. I told you guys 3 weeks ago, I said, guys, if you want me to stream 3 times a day, you guys, some of you guys remember this conversation too. I know for a fact some of you guys remember this conversation. I know for a fact. Some of you guys have to remember that conversation too. I said, hey, you guys want me streaming 3 times a day? Comment on the videos, like the videos, show some love. That easy. Might have a little sell set up here. Gold could maybe drop here. Could probably give you a little drop here from this 4,000 area. I know some of you guys know that, can remember that conversation. You guys forgot, man. You guys forgot. So again, if you guys want me streaming 2-3 times a day, show some love. Show some love, yo. You guys ain't out here showing love to your boy, all right? So that's why I got on today, because I got a DM like, bro, why aren't you streaming 8 hours a day? And I'm like, what the fuck? All right, man. You want to have that talk? Let's have that talk, all right? We'll have that talk. That's the talk, you know, today's talk. Bro, last YouTube video got 8 comments. It's soft, man. That means you guys didn't even watch it. That means most of you guys didn't even watch the video. You just kind of scrolled through it. 8 comments. That's soft. Let me see. The last YouTube video I posted got 8 comments. Ay. Let me see this one. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Brutal. Just brutal. It's just brutal. Breaks my heart. That's why I just do a London session, all right? Because I'm like, these guys don't even want me to trade to New York, Tokyo. I'll just chill. I got 4 comments on my last YouTube video. These guys are all right. They don't care. All jokes aside, but real shit. Looks like we might get a drop here on gold. I'll enter a little sell. on gold. See if we can get a little pippage here. Yeah, I did take a buy. I know you guys you might saw that profit there. So yeah, I did take a buy before this stream, low key, just so you know. And that's why I'm having this talk right now, because I did take a buy before this stream. It caught me there. I don't know if you guys saw that profit there. Yeah, it glitched. So I did take a buy before this stream. That's why I was saying, like, you guys don't need me to find trades too. There's going to be trades with or without me. That's why I had that little rant. Because, like, I took a buy a little bit before this stream. Made like $1,800 before I got on. And there was a buy. Like, if you come on these streams, if you're, an OG here, there's knowledge that you should recognize. And there's setups that do happen with or without me. So, you guys want me to stream London, New York, Tokyo? Oof. Show some love, yo. Show some love. Oh, hello. I got in a little late there, but let's see. I'm just going to scalp this. I'm just going to go for a scalp here. I'm just going to scalp this. This is going to be a scalp trade. I want to see if the next 30-minute candle can go down. I want to see if the next 30-minute can go down. If the next 30-minute candle can drop, that would be... So that means this one has to close bearish. Let's see how much time it has. 18 minutes, yeah. 18 minutes on this candle. If this candlestick closes bearish, next one could potentially drop. Maybe a little scalp here, just a little scalping trade. Might make like a couple $100. Nothing crazy. I think that my trade today is going to be New York session, though. I don't know. I'm not really feeling London because of the buy here. Like, I wish I jumped on at 1 a.m. today. I knew it. I was watching the chart and I was like, should I go live at 1 instead? I knew it. I was like, there's a buy setup. I took it on my own. I was going to call it out, but I literally just woke up and I was tired. That's the thing. When I'm tired, I don't like trading. If I'm tired, my energy's not there, my brain's not active, awake. I don't like trading when I'm tired. Yeah, I think you guys low-key hate me. Because I said 3 weeks ago, I was like, guys, show some love on the gram, on the YouTube. I did. I had that conversation with you guys before I started doing these live streams every day. I think I went on like a 1-hour rant one day so I could just get the point across. I guess I didn't get my point across that day 3 weeks ago. I must have not. Damn. I didn't get the point across the table. My bad. But, man, I got people that are sad. Like, Evan, I want you going live more. I'm gonna. Don't worry. That's around the corner. Even if you guys don't comment and stuff, I'm still gonna do it. But, you get what you give in life, all right? You get what you give, all right? You get what you give. If this 30-minute closes bearish, next one could potentially drop. Or if the 15-minute looks like it's going to close bearish. I got my SD card here. What did I do today? I recorded 17 videos today. Chilled, ate my hamburger, forgot to do the video and take a picture of it, so I'll do it tomorrow. It was too fast. I was hungry. Got a haircut, got a massage. That's about it. Casual day. I made $7,000 yesterday, so I had a casual day today. Quick scalp. I'm feeling like... See, I'm in sells. People are always like, why aren't you in sells? And I'm like, well, the market doesn't really present sell setups, it seems, every time I go live. Some of you guys caught, okay, see in the chat how there's a few people that said they caught 39.75 on their own? That's what I mean, power of whole numbers. So, that's my TED Talk today. Show some love, comment on the videos. Or else. Show some love, all right? What else? If you want to be a successful trader, if you actually want to be a successful trader, you need to stop asking what strategy you need, and you need to start asking who you need to become. Like, who do I need to become? Okay? Because the market doesn't pay you for what you know. It pays you for who you are. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't have patience, you'll overtrade. If you don't have discipline, you'll overtrade or you'll revenge trade. Or if you don't have discipline, you'll break your rules. You'll break rules. You'll do things you know you shouldn't do. If you don't control your emotions, you'll give all your profits back to the market. So most people think trading is about finding the perfect indicator, the perfect strategy, the perfect entry, the perfect concept. It's really not at the end of the day. At the end of the day, trading is a personal development game. It's disguised as a financial game. And the market exposes pretty much every weakness you have as a human being. If you're impatient in life, you'll be impatient in trading. If you're emotional in life, you'll be emotional in trading. Let's say if you're inconsistent with your habits, you'll be inconsistent with your results. That's why two people can take the same exact strategy and get completely different outcomes, completely different results. The strategy is not the difference. At the end of the day, it's the person behind the strategy. I always say what you want also wants you. If you want consistency, you have to become a consistent person. If you want financial freedom, you have to become someone who can handle financial responsibility. So what I mean by that is if you want to make $10,000 per month trading, you have to become the type of trader who deserves to manage that kind of money. Most people want success in trading. They want the payouts. Maybe they want a lifestyle, freedom, right? That type of stuff. But most people aren't willing to sacrifice time for it, commitment. Most people don't want to study after work. Most people don't want to spend weekends backtesting and weekends studying. They just want to go out and relax and be comfortable. Most people don't want to sit through losing streaks without quitting or jumping for the next strategy. Most people don't want to wait 3 days for a high-quality trade setup. They want the rewards without becoming the person who can earn them. Visualization, we talk about this a lot, is powerful. It's good. You know, you want to see yourself becoming that trader. You want to picture the discipline. You want to picture the patience. You want to picture the consistency. But visualization without action is just imagination. Every day your actions should match the person you're trying to become. That's how your life changes. Not overnight. It changes one decision at a time. One trade at a time. One habit at a time. Because I would say in the end, the market doesn't really care about what you want. It rewards you for who you've become, how disciplined you've become, how patient you've become, okay? That's one thing you have to think about tonight after this session, all right? What I just talked about, everything I just said. I'm not going to say all that again because I forget what I just said, some of it. I forget some of it, but yeah. Go back, watch that part. I'll maybe clip it up later. I'll tell my clipping team to clip it up later or something. But I don't even remember what I just said. That was knowledge. That was like, that reminds me of when I would speak at an event back in the day. And yeah, like the thing is, when we talk about rules, discipline, habits, psychology, most traders lose because they're addicted to action. Right? They're addicted to action. I'll tell you in a minute why most traders lose here. It's not what you think it is. At the end of the day, it's not what you think it is. Let's see, the 15-minute closed bearish. I'm going to hold this trade for this is like a scalp. This is like a 15, 30-minute trade. All right? I'm not risking a lot on it. It's in a time window. I want to see in the next 30 minutes this can drop, all right? I'm not full porting it. I'm going to full port New York today, I think. Maybe. Maybe I'm going to full port New York session today. Maybe. I've built the account up so I can. Maybe I'm going to full port New York session today. One of these days, you're going to see me go. And it's going to pay out. The day I do it, it's going to pay out, though. The day I do it, it's going to pay out. All right? I'll tell you that much. I know that. I know that about myself. All right, but what was I saying? Addicting. What was I just saying? I forget. See, I just forgot my train of thought. Never mind. We're gone. We're done. That's it. I forget. Yeah, so losing. Oh, yeah. Why? Okay, so most people lose. Most traders lose because they're addicted to action, like taking action. One of the biggest mistakes I see these days is traders thinking that trading means they have to be in a trade every single day or every single moment. So they wake up or they get on their charts, open up the laptop, open up the charts, and they start immediately looking for a reason to take a buy or sell. So I want to say that part again because that's really, really important right there. All right. So action. Most people are addicted to action. This is why most traders lose. They're addicted to action. One of the biggest mistakes I see traders making these days, again, is they think trading means they have to be in a trade every single day. So you wake up or you get on your charts, you open up the charts, and immediately you start looking for a reason to buy or sell. Why? It's because if you feel like you're not trading, you feel like you're not making progress. So the traders that do that, they feel like if they're not trading, they're not making progress at the end of the day. But the reality is in trading, sometimes the most profitable thing you can do is absolutely nothing. Professional traders get paid to wait. Amateur traders get paid to click. Think about it like this. This might sound corny, but like a lion, an animal, like a lion doesn't chase every animal it sees. It waits, it watches, it knows the right opportunity is worth more than wasting energy on every single opportunity you might see every reason. Trading's kind of exactly the same. You don't need 10 trades this week. You might only just need 1 or 2. You don't need 10. You might only need 1. You might only need 2 with the right execution, the right risk behind it. I've had weeks where 1 trade made more money than what most people make in a month or months, really. Just 1 trade. Not because I traded more, because I waited longer. That's the key, because I waited longer. So patience isn't just a part of trading. Patience is a strategy. And this is what most people don't realize about patience. It's a strategy. Every trade you don't take is just as important as the ones you do take. Every bad trade you avoid protects your capital, protects your confidence, protects your energy, right? So your goal isn't to trade every single day. Your goal is to make money. Those are 2 completely different things. Because the moment you stop chasing trades and start letting the market come to you, everything changes. Less stress, less revenge trading, less emotional decisions, better entries, better risk to reward, and that's how you'll develop more consistency. Remember, the market's going to be here tomorrow. The market's going to be here next week. and next month and next year. The real question is, will your capital be here, right? Will the capital be protected, right? The trade that you don't take is just as important. Like the trades you don't take, the trades you avoid, right? And that takes being patient. Patient are just as important as the ones you do take. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. Right? Sometimes the best trade is going to be just no trade. And that itself there is a trade. Because you're giving yourself the ability to say, okay, I'm going to avoid this for a better opportunity. I'm not going to chase this for a better opportunity. I'm going to keep my energy. I'm going to keep my risk. I'm going to stay patient. Because the longer you stay patient, the more you know I have like a good trade here. Because I've stayed patient. I'm not just jumping on the charts every time and always looking for a reason to take a trade, right? Fortunately for me, I have a lot of experience and I kind of have this good intuition of knowing when to show up. And most of the times I show up, there is opportunities, but sometimes there's not. Sometimes there's honestly opportunities that are not worth taking at all, right? And you can always give yourself that ability. That's why I like gold, because you can give yourself that ability to say, you know what? If I don't see a trade now, or if I can recognize I missed a trade, let me come back New York session. Or let me come back Tokyo session. Let me come back on another session. That type of, discipline is important to have. Because remember, the days you don't trade, the trades you don't take are just as important as the ones you do take. Okay? So the more trades you take, not always necessarily meaning the more money you're going to make. A lot of traders think more trades, more opportunities, right? More trades, more exposure to the market. All right? So you got to remember some of those things I just said, right? If you want to be a successful trader, I would say. If you really want to be a successful trader, let's say. You really, really want to be someone who makes it, okay? I'm going to only hold this trade for 30 minutes. It's a small trade. It's like a scalp. I'm just going to be like a 30-minute trade. Like I want to see if the next 30-minute candle can drop, all right? If the next 30-minute doesn't drop, like I'm going to close. I don't care where it is. You might ask, where are you putting your stop loss? Well, I'm not going to hold it till my stop loss. This is based on the next 30 minutes. I would put my stop loss there, but I'm not going to hold it till then. I'm only holding this trade for like 30 minutes. I want the next 30-minute candle to drop. And I'm basing whatever I'm risking on this trade in the next 30 minutes. If in 30 minutes it doesn't go down, I'll just close the trade. I don't care where it is, I'll just close the trade. If the next 30-minute candle does not drop, I'm just going to close the trade. It's not about, okay, let it hit my stop loss. No, if the next 30-minute doesn't go down, trade's closed for me. And that's it. If next 30-minute doesn't go down. I'm basing my risk on a certain amount of time and what I want price to do. Because I know if price doesn't do this, then maybe it's not valid anymore. I don't need to hold every trade and every position I take to a stop loss. I could take a small loss relative to my account size and say, okay, I'm executing this right now. Let me see what happens in the next 30 minutes. Let me see what happens in the next hour. If nothing really happens, I'll get out of the position. That's a lot of times how I manage things, okay? So we'll see. If the next 30-minute candle doesn't drop, I'll just probably get out of the trade and get out of the position. I know I won't lose too much money if that happens. I know, like, I'm not going to lose a lot of money. Like, if I were to have a stop loss, it would be here above the highs, right? I don't need to hold this trade till then, though. I don't need to hold this until that stop loss. I could say, okay, let me see if price action respects what I see, what I think could happen in the next 30 minutes, right? If it does, good. If it doesn't, again, manage the position accordingly, monitor the position, and I'll get out of the trade. That's how I trade a lot of times. I've shown you guys this. There's been trades I've taken like, okay, guys, I'm going to hold this trade for 1 hour. If in the next 1 hour it goes up, Good. If it doesn't, I'll get out of the trade. There's times I've closed trades at minus $170 in front of you guys, minus $100, where I'm like, you know what? I don't like this. It's not really moving. It didn't do what I wanted in the time manner. I'll get out. I'll come back New York session. Simple as that. So I hope everything I just said made sense. All right. Because I'm not going to say all that again. All right. I just went on. And I mean, I've been trading for 10 years. And I've been focusing on gold since 2018. Okay. 2018 is when I started focusing on gold. And some of this ties in with what I just said. Most accounts, like if you blow an account, if you lose an account, it's never because of the lack of knowledge. It usually dies from the lack of rules or trading based off of emotion. I've personally watched traders who could read the market beautifully. They could teach you everything about trading. They could teach you from A to Z, from 0 to 100. They could teach you everything. I used to know educators for this company I used to work for. They were really good educators, like really good at teaching. But when it came to trading, they sucked. Like they couldn't make money. They couldn't even make $2,000 in a month, $5,000 in a month. I would laugh at some of these guys because I was like, I had the craziest results as an educator. They would see my results and be like, what the fuck? Like, this guy's doing 300% in a week. This guy's doing 700% in a week. They were like, huh. And they would look at other educators' results and be like, what the fuck? And I remember this. And there was educators that were amazing at teaching for this company I worked for, but they just couldn't make money. And I know it's from rules in psychology, right? And I know most accounts don't die because of knowledge, like the lack of knowledge. You don't blow your account because of lack of knowledge. You blow your account because of lack of rules or emotional decisions. And I've watched traders, like I said, who could read the market beautifully. They could call it a level. They could call it the direction and still bleed their account in a few weeks. They knew how to analyze. They did not know how to execute. That is the mistake we talk about in these classes. These live sessions I do with you guys every single day, and everything that I teach you guys, it exists for this, learning how to actually execute like a trader, like a money maker in the markets. Because most of you guys maybe don't even realize, like, trading is 90% psychological, 10% technical. The 10% tells you where the opportunity is. The 90% decides whether you execute like a professional or a gambler. Now, we're going to talk about rules for a minute because most traders don't have rules. And most traders don't even know where to start when it comes down to rules. This is the thing. Most people here, you need a trading plan. You need rules. You need disciplines to follow, right? Most people don't know why and what. They don't know why they need those things. And most traders don't even know what those things can consist of, a blueprint, a framework to even start off of, right? They don't even know, like, what checklists they need or just what disciplines they could have in order to prevent them from not trading. Because remember what I just said moments ago. The trades that you don't take, the trades you avoid are just as important as the ones you do take. Remember the conversation we had a little bit before this, all right? So, when there is no written process or written rules, like how much you risk, how much trades you're going to take maximum per week, maybe where your stop loss goes, when you don't trade, every one of these decisions, right, gets made in the heat of the moment. But in the heat of the moment, it's not always you deciding. It's your emotions, your fear, your greed, your euphoria, the urge to make a loss back, right? So at the end of the day, you don't need another strategy. Most of you guys do not need another strategy. You don't need another indicator. You need discipline. You need rules you can follow. You need accountability. You need proper execution. Okay? You need rules you can follow when it's hard, when your emotions are getting ahead of you, right? You need to think more like, we like to say, think like a sniper, not a machine gun. 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 quality trades. I like to say 1 to 2 quality trades a week. That could be all your week really needs to be. Sometimes that can make your month. Honestly, 1 to 2 quality trades a week on average could make your month. Realistically, right? The rest of the time, keep it boring. Good trading is boring. The excitement most traders chase is exactly what the market charges them for. The FOMO, chasing breakouts, chasing green candles, trading at random times, every time opening up the laptop, opening up the charts, looking for a reason to take a trade just to feel like you're involved, like you're doing something. Because remember I said, when you're not taking trades, you might feel like you're not progressing. If you're not involved, if you're not in the market, you can get bored. You can do what's called trading out of boredom, okay? So here's a checklist. Before you click buy or sell, some questions you can answer for yourself, all right? Some questions you can try to answer. All right, so this 30-minute, if this 30-minute does, like, I want to see if this 30-minute drops, okay? The last 30-minute was bearish. I'm going to scalp. And like I said, I just want to see if this 30-minute drops. Small setup, nothing crazy. I got almost like 2 lots on it. Filling up an order right now. And if it doesn't drop, it doesn't drop. We had like a rejection on the last candle, all right? And yeah, I have entry kind of around like $4,000 right here. It's a way better entry right now. Wish I was just entering right now. And yeah, if this 30-minute doesn't drop, I'm just going to close the trade. So basically like a 30-minute to an hour trade here. We have a 30-minute rejection candle here. Maybe we can get some pips, maybe some quick pips here, nothing crazy. So before you click buy or sell, the point I'm getting to with this as well is most of you guys hear from people, you need a trading plan, you need rules, you need disciplines. Most people don't know where to start when it comes down to that stuff. So here's some things you can have for some context to start off. Now this goes way more in depth here. I have some other things, but for today, I'm just going to stick on this page right here, right? So valid setup according to my plan could be number 1. The structure is there. The whole number is there. At a key level, rejection candlestick, break and retest, whatever it is. Not, I feel like this is going to happen, or I see, maybe this happens, or I think this is going to go up. Because if you think this is going to go up, that's an opinion. And if you think something and you have that opinion, you could have that opinion all day long, and the market could show you something completely else. The market could be showing you a whole different context there, and what you think is just your opinion. You could have that opinion all day long, and maybe the chart's showing you something completely different than your opinion, right? So, valid setup according to my plan, according to what I want to trade, what I want to see. Either you trade your setup or you don't take a trade. That's a simple place to start right there, right? Instead of what I was saying before. Open up the laptop, open up the charts, trading out of boredom, chasing candles, chasing green candles. Let's say, those green candles, there you go. What'd I say? Quick little pip and dip, baby. Hey, those of you guys who said I don't take sells. What happened now? Meanies in my DMs. You guys are mean, yo. Fucking saying I don't take sells. Break my heart. Haha. Who doesn't take sells now, huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. Now I'm only taking sells from today, going from All right, I see the messages. I see the chat. I see. Why did you take so? Aha. 30-minute rejection candlestick. Rejection candlestick. Fuck, I should have full ported that one. Show some love, all right? Let's turn the music up. Yeah. Chip. We're in the P. We are in the P. We are in the P. Yo, shout out Suave Flex, all right? Shout out Suave Flex. This guy tagged me on his story, all right? Shout out Suave Flex, all right? See, Suave Flex showing some love. See, that's a G right there. That's a real one. It's a real one right there. It'd be the people that learn from me not even showing love, yo. Using my strategy, teaching others my strategy. I got people in companies teaching my strategy. I got people making their own discords, their own academies teaching my strategy now. Y'all ain't even showing love anymore. What happened? Haters gonna hate. Suave Flex, yo. That's a G right there, yo. Shout out Suave Flex. Some of you guys are quiet now, yo. What happened, yo? Some of you guys are quiet now on me. Some of you guys went quiet on the boy. Forgot who I am. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Really breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart. You know how DJ Khaled says? It breaks my heart. They didn't believe in us. They didn't believe in us. God did. Breaks my heart. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, boys. We got some chicken tonight. We got some burgers tomorrow. Yeah. Because the place is closed. They close at like 10 p.m. I learned that. Because I woke up earlier and I was like going to order it. And I was like, damn, they're closed. Does the 1 hour go down? If I wanted to hold this trade longer, I would look at the 1 hour. So now the same thing I did. Let's say I wanted to hold this longer. I could say, okay, the 1 hour has 48 minutes left. I could hold this for the remainder of this 1 hour and see if this 1 hour pushes down. Understanding this closes in 48 minutes. So in 48 minutes, this candle finishes. The next candle is going to open. So the next candle, if this candle closes bearish, the next candle could drop. Okay? So if I wanted to hold this longer, that's a quick like 60 pips. Yo, you guys could have got a better entry than me. I was adding to it here. I was adding to my position there. I'm probably going to close. I did say like it's just going to be a scalp. Follow the plan, yo. So if I wanted to hold this longer, it's like looking at the next hourly. I'm probably going to close this out. Quick little scalp. I said, I only want to stream for an hour tonight. Quick one, pip and dip. Break even trade at this point. I'm going to go ahead and just close this out here. Quick little trade. Nothing crazy. Small trade. There we go. And nothing crazy there. Followed my plan. I did say if next 30 minute, I'm just going to hold for like a 30-minute trade. That pretty much was like a 30-minute trade. Nothing crazy. Was following the 30-minute rejection candle there, right? And I mean, it could go down, break even trade if you're still going to hold it. Obviously, like I got out and it just dropped 10 pips. So should have closed like right there. But if you want to hold it longer, it's like you have to look at the hourly at this point. You have to realize, okay, the hourly has 46 minutes left on it. I would have to wait for this to close. It could drop in that time, right? There's 48 minutes, 46 minutes left on the hourly. It could drop in that time. Understanding there's 46 minutes left. There's enough time for it to drop, but there's also enough time for it to fluctuate. Now, if this hourly closes bearish, the next hourly is likely to go down. I'd say if this hour closes bearish, the next hour is likely to go down. And it's kind of what I just did with the 30-minute, right? The 30-minute closed bearish, and I said, okay, I was expecting it to close bearish, right? Before even it closed, I had a couple minutes left on it, and I expected it to close bearish. That 30-minute closed bearish. I said, okay, this next 30 minutes should go down. That's a rejection candlestick, okay? That is a rejection candlestick. Now, I might regret closing that. I just went in with my plan. It was a scalp. I said, you know what? This is just going to be a scalp, guys, before I entered. I don't want to stream 3 hours tonight. Trust me, soon I'm going to be live for those New York sessions, but hopefully you guys were able to catch that trade. Quick little scalp there, nothing crazy. Quick little scalp. Like I said, my stop loss wasn't going to get hit because this was a timely trade based on price action. Remember I was saying, like, I could have a stop loss, yeah, but I don't have to hold this trade till the stop loss because I'm really basing it on the next 30-minute candle. You know, good trade, good little scalp there. I just made like $800. I just made $800, and I've been streaming for an hour and 22 minutes. Just made someone's paycheck, literally, in friggin' an hour. It's what I do. Just made like $777 or whatever there, about $800. I was up $1,000 in an hour. All right. Y'all gotta show, y'all, like I said, y'all gotta show some. You guys want more of these sessions? Remember what I said, show some love, yo. Remember what I said, show some love, yo. You guys want more of these sessions? All right, show some love, yo, on the videos, my YouTube videos, Instagram, bro. I'll be posting some fire content lately, and bro, I got one comment. Damn. You guys must hate me. I think you guys hate me. That's what we call pip and dip right there. We call that a little pip and dip, all right? Pip and dip. P and D. That was an all right trade. That was a good trade. The execution was there. There was a reason to execute. I love trades like that. They're quick, out, don't have to overthink too much, and that's it. Not worried about, does it go down more, this, that. If you're worried about if it goes down more, you have to, again, focus on the candles. Like I was just saying, you have to look at the hourly. And you really, if you're trying to hold a trade like that, you would want this hourly to close, right? Bearish. If it doesn't, then it's like, okay, maybe the trade's not there anymore. All right, so back to this real quick. All right, so here's a little checklist. You can make your own checklist based off of this. Like, it doesn't have to be 100% this. You can add stuff to this. You can kind of tweak it a little bit, right? To say the least. And you can add some stuff, you know, fiddle around with it maybe a bit. You can tweak it up a bit. It's a blueprint. Take what you need. I always like to say, take what you need, discard the rest. Take what you need from the things I say, discard the rest. If this fits, if this helps you stay more, if this piece makes you stay more disciplined, if this piece helps you, you know, have more patience, have more rules, right? You don't need to take everything, right? Take pieces from these lessons, discard what maybe does, what you don't think you need, right? You might, I'm not going to say you need everything on this checklist, but start here, right? Maybe add some things, tweak some things around, okay? I hope you guys got, I got out. I said it was going to be a quick trade, little scalp for me tonight. You know, I just wanted, I saw the scalp. I saw the trigger there, right? I saw the moment to pull the trigger there. The 30-minute was rejecting around 4,000, 4,005. Psychological level, whole number, $4,000, $4,005. And yeah, I saw a quick moment to pull a trigger there to execute on something, right? Maybe I could get back in. No, I don't know. It's coming back to 4K. Let's see the 15-minute. There's a little bit of structure here. Could reject one more time, but I want to look for buys probably in the morning, like New York session. I like my buys, you know, me and my buys. Leave me and my buys alone, all right? Everybody be like, yo, why did you take sells? Well, I just took a sell in front of you. I. Some people are gonna be like, "Why didn't you buy?" Imagine if I bought that, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, why did you buy?" It probably will go down because dollar's going up. Might have been a re-entry right there. Might be a little. Does the hourly close bearish? If the hourly closes bearish, then the next hour should drop. But there's 40 minutes left. Yeah, that would have been a re-entry. Literally right there. I knew it. Damn it. That was a re-entry. I could have gotten, yeah, that was a re-entry right there. Damn it. Yep. I could have re-entered right there. Oh my gosh. Could have literally re-entered. Ay. Yo, that hourly might drop. I should have got back in. I could have re-entered that. Fucking pussy. I'm talking to myself, not you guys, right? Oh well, what can you do? I don't know if any of you guys got in that trade. Hopefully some of you guys got in. It was a quick one. I entered it live. In front of you guys, all right? Don't say, I've been entering every trade live in front of you guys. Except for the one that I took a screenshot of and put it in Telegram. This one. I didn't enter this one live. I wish I did, but I couldn't. I was literally on a boat. I was on a boat, yo. I was literally wakeboarding on a boat. Kind of in the middle, and it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere if you think about it. There's no connection out there. When you're out in the water in that place, there's no connection out in Guadalupe. Yeah, I knew I could have re-entered. I should have re-entered. Yeah. Fuck. That would have been it. I would have literally just made another $400, $500 right there if I re-entered. That would have been it. Could have grabbed that pullback. Yeah, it's looking like it's about to go down. It'll probably go down now. It's looking like it's going to go down now. I respected that structure. It's probably going to drop down a bit more. This hourly is going to probably push down a bit more. If this hourly closes bearish, next hour should go down. Should have re-entered. Is what it is. I thought about throwing an event, maybe in Toronto. If I do, it'd probably be in Toronto, but not right now. Like, I've thought about it, but not right now. Just trading. We're here live every day, so it's like an event. I mean, like, events are cool and all, but like, you're gonna learn more. Like, you're gonna learn more on these sessions than an event, to be honest. Like, events are cool and all, but like, it's good to meet people, show up, but like, it's not like you're going to learn more at an event than you are here on these live streams or in the classroom. Like, if you're a student of mine, if you're in the inner circle, you're not going to learn more at an event than what you already have, right? Realistically, just being real. Like, events are fun, they're good energy, good atmosphere, but like, this is where the work's put in. This is where you're going to learn the most. Is here in these sessions. I can't really teach you what's going on right now at an event. Like, what's happening right here, right now, live execution, how I'm thinking, everything. I can't teach you that at an event. I really can't. Because this is happening here now in the moment, in the heat of the moment, right? So you get to experience my emotions. You get to experience what I think, how I'm thinking live in action. Can't really do that at an event, honestly. Events are good and all. Maybe some people like learning in person, but like, there's way more to learn in the classroom. There's way more to learn on these sessions than maybe an event. If I do an event, it'd probably be in Toronto, but maybe in the near future. I was thinking about doing one in August. But I'm in Colombia. I'm going to be here for some weeks. Yeah, like, I'm staying here for a while. I'm staying here for a bit, and then I might go to Brazil or St. Bart's. Like, I'm gonna do some traveling this summer. Might go to Brazil. Might go to St. Bart's or St. Martin. St. Martin. I don't even know how to say it, to be honest. I'd love to throw an event, but I'm like, this is where the magic happens, really. I would say. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, I could have got back in, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Solid execution, quick scalp. Even when I got on, right when I started kind of entering that trade, I said it's probably just gonna be a quick little scalp for me. Nothing too crazy. And that's exactly what it was, a quick little scalp. Quick little scalp, nothing crazy there. Quick little scalp, nothing too crazy. Silver, what's silver doing? I don't know. Right now, another setup. I don't know. It's either those sells or just waiting for like another buy setup later. Those sells. See, it is rejecting here a bit. Those sells were all right. Quick little one. Quick one there. Quick one. Quick one. Whoa. What the frick was that, man? This fucking, yo, what was that? Bro, this place? Hey. What the fuck was that? Yo, bro, I am serious. That sounded like a big ass bug. Holy man, damn, yo, what? That sounded like a freaking. Fucking bugs, man. Bro, nighttime being up here, this high up, I'm telling you, the bugs, they get in here. They get in this place at night. I'm over here tripping out. Holy. Fucking bugs, man. These bugs are pissing me off, man. Fucking hate bugs. Hey. Holy man. I'll tell you what I'll tell you. About to fucking karate chop a fucking bug. I was about to kick a bug. Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what that was. Y'all definitely didn't hear what I heard, but it was like. I don't know. Sketchy business there. Fucking itchy now, feeling things, man. Now I'm like feeling things. Do I take a re-entry? I don't know. I'm debating it, watching, observing, being observant. Observant. Dollar, rejecting. Dollar's getting a little bit of a bounce right now. Like you see this candle's bouncing a bit on the dollar. So like gold's kind of having the opposite of that. A little bit of a bounce. I'm just observing if it's worth entering again. I mean, dollar has like this like break and retest here though, to me. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, if it goes like 398 or 399 again, I might take a re-entry. Not at 396, like closer to 4K. Maybe I'll take a re-entry and try to hold it for the rest of the 1 hour and see if the 1 hour goes down. Like if it goes closer to 399, maybe 398, debate on taking another entry, but 396, not really a fan of that right now. Freaking bugs, man. Regardless, W stream right now. Hopefully you guys caught that trade. It was a quick little pip and dip. As you can see, you can literally trade based on like time if you understand candlesticks and price action. Like if you get the right rejection candlestick, like all I did there was simple. Like market pushed up, started rejecting in this area, and I noticed the 30-minute was going to close bearish. And I said, okay, if the 30-minute closes bearish, next 30-minute candle should go down. So now look, you have 1, 2 candlesticks bearish. You could kind of think the same thing here. You could probably see this 30 minutes probably going to drop, right? Even more. So it's like, okay, I could hold this for the next 30 minutes, see how it goes, if I can get more profit. If I was still in the trade, that's the way I could be thinking. So you have 30-minute rejection, 30-minute rejection. Okay, this next 30 minutes probably going to go down. The hourly closes in 30 minutes. If that hourly closes bearish, it's like, okay, this could probably drop down one more time. And that's kind of really it when you're looking at candlesticks and rejection. Now, buys, I don't see a buy setup right now, which is, you know, usually when I'm on, we see buy setups, but things are going to be different some sessions. Remember 2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago, I was taking sells live. I took a sell. People forget, man, remember that trade? We had a crazy trade. I took a sell here live, and I took a sell right here live. We literally caught this trade live on stream. It was insane. We took a sell right here on gold, live on stream. Live. That was one of the best trades we've caught this month, was that trade right there. That was an easy trade setup too. We caught sells on gold 2 weeks ago. People say I don't take sells, but there was 3 sessions 2 weeks ago. I took sells live. One here. I took a sell live here. People are like, why'd you take sells? I took a sell live here and it lost. I got stopped out and then it dumped. So yeah, like this is like the 4th sell I've taken live was in here. But we took a couple sells. Like one of them was fire. It was an easy setup to analyze. You had like that break and retest here, but you also had structure that was lining up. Like the structure was clear. They had the high, and then we came down and we made a lower low. Before that, there was this low. You know, you had this high there. Hearing noises. Hearing noises. Fucking bugs. Smacking into the window. And if you look at the market, like we had this, like you see this like range here the market was making. It broke up, then it broke down and started trending down. We caught a sell live. It was live on stream right here. Right here. Donald Trump tweeted something and we were in that trade. It was crazy. That was a buyer stream if anybody remembers that. I'll slowly enter based off the 1 hour. Now, my plan is I want this 1 hour to close bearish. I'm not going to do a full position. I'm going to slowly kind of just scale in here, and I want to see if it can go back to like 98, 99 more. And just a small position maybe to add on some profit if it goes down. It's a smaller position right now. I'm getting back in those sells. Now, why? Well, my plan is the hourly. I want to see if this hourly flips bearish, if it closes bearish, and then follow the next hourly candle. So I'll slowly enter. If it goes to 99 or closer to 4K, I'll add to it. But let's see. I want to see if this hour closes bearish. If it goes down, it should. I mean, that's kind of the only trading opportunity here. Otherwise, it's waiting for a New York session maybe to set up for buys today. I think New York will set up for buys today. So it's probably going to be a buy setup during New York hours today, I think. That's kind of just where my intuition is. I'm very intuitive, guys. I've been trading for a long time. I've been trading before some of you guys knew what a pip was, all right? Some of you guys were like probably like 14 years old and I was already trading, all right? So some of you guys might have been like 14, 15, 16. Because, yeah, I remember I started trading at 16, 17 years old, all right? Like 17 mainly, like 16 like is when I found personal development at 16. I started trading between 17 and 18. Yeah, so yeah, like 17, 18. I was 17 years old, but I was about to turn 18, so I was closer to like 18 years old, actually. See if I can make $105. Fucking nothing. I probably will. So let's see if we can get down probably back to the highs or fill this imbalance more. There we go. There's my TP. SL here. Not the greatest risk to reward, to be honest. Fucking hate this place now. I haven't stayed here in a while, honestly. Last time I stayed here was a year ago. Literally. Forgot there's freaking bugs and it makes noises. It's like there's ghosts in here or something. I would fight them. Bandada, bandada. What the fuck is... What? I don't... Wait, what? I don't know who this is. Flex said, it's the finish of the week. Let's finish it strong today. We're going to catch buys in New York. And I'm going to be awake. I'm working on it. I am working on it, guys, all right? One day, I think when I get home, it's going to be easier for me to be live in London and New York. But I'm not going to be home for like 3 weeks. When I'm home and I have like my own bed, my own fridge with groceries, gym right downstairs, everything, like it'll be easier for me to freaking stream London and New York. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. Don't worry. I'm working on it. I am working on it, all right? Bandada, 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 bandada. Bachi Yoro saying, all right? Chill. Fuck, man. I didn't get a full position here. I'd be up another 400. What is this? 30, 40 pips almost. Yep. $60. Oh. Yeah. That's tomorrow's food. Burger, chicken tenders, fries, water bottle, 2 water bottles. Well, that's only like 49 Canadian right there. It's like right there. That's 49 Canadian. So that's not even $60 right there. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm executing for you guys. I'm showing you guys execution. This could go down more though. If the hourly closes bearish, remember what I was saying, if the hourly closes bearish here, and it possibly could, the next hour could go down. If you're not taking sells, if you don't like sells, you're probably just waiting for buys New York session. All right, I'll show you what I mean real quick before I get off. What's a good movie to watch? Anyone? Amazon Prime, not Netflix. I don't know my Netflix password. Fuck. I think I use my girl's Netflix. Yeah, I'm not even logged. Yeah, wait. Am I logged into my Netflix? I don't even think I have Netflix. Amazon Prime. Yo. So if gold dumps today, you're looking for buys in New York. All right. Look at Monday, for example. Monday, you can see gold ended up dumping. And then later on in New York session, there was like a reversal. The day after that, gold pumped. And then New York session reversed. Day after that, gold pumped. New York session reversed. Yesterday, if I was awake, I'm telling you, if I was awake, would have caught buys New York session yesterday. I woke up 30 minutes after, I was going to send a signal this morning. And then I was watching price. I was tired. I was watching it. And then I closed my eyes. And then I was like, oh my God, I missed the entry. Within like 15 minutes, I missed the entry. But yeah, London dumped last night. It ended up dumping, even though we caught buys. Like, we literally caught buys like right here. This is where we bought yesterday. We bought right here. It was a great buy. All right. Even though London ended up dumping, New York, there was a good rebound. There was a quick little rebound you could have caught in New York. I almost caught it. I almost sent it out as a signal right here. Twice, like right here and here. And then I just hesitated a bit. And a couple minutes of hesitation, you'll miss 100 pips more. Just a couple minutes of hesitation, you miss a good entry. And it's like not worth entering. Just a couple minutes of hesitation can get you at the right time, especially when you're like experienced. Yeah, so this is the second entry I've taken again on gold. On this stream, I've taken 2 sells, the same sell setup pretty much. You know, I entered based off of that 30-minute rejection candlestick. London's opened. London might be bearish or bullish. Like if London's bullish, then New York could be possibly bearish. Like oftentimes, like you can look at the last 4 days and you can see how like London had some big movement. Well, actually that's like more New York too, going into the beginning of New York. We're scalping sells today. We caught a sell already. But like I think the other days are better examples than the first day. Like this day, London moves up a lot, New York retraces. The next day, London moves up a lot, New York retraces early. Yesterday, even a better example where London moves down a lot, and then like early New York, it retraces. Same plan as the first trade I took. If you saw the first trade I took when I got on, not too long after I got on, I took a trade. Same kind of thinking, like, okay, the hourly closes in 17 minutes. So it does look like the hourly is going to close bearish. It does, but there's still 17 minutes left. It could drop more in that 17 minutes, right? It's dropping a little bit right now. $70 now. Now we got some freaking hamburgers tomorrow, I'll tell you that much. I'm kidding. Interesting. This place makes noises. I ordered a pizza. I think it's here. Yo, I have crazy ears. I have insane ears. I could hear this person get out the elevator. Insane. I got some ears on me, yo. I ordered a pizza because I'm hungry. Look at it. I ordered a pizza. I'm gonna eat this whole box of pizza. And I'm gonna get skinny somehow. Frig, man. Tell me that. So plan is like if this closes bearish, I'll hold for a duration of the next candlestick. Like I'll hold for maybe the next hour, I would say. Not a long-term trade. There's been some scalping momentum you can see. Like I was just up 50 pips there on the re-entry. Like I took this trade when I got on at like a higher entry, if you remember. And then I just re-entered this one again. I made $700, well, like $750 already. Plan was to see if this candle could like flip, right? That was the overall plan, like to see if this candle could flip. It's, again, just giving like good scalping momentum. If this doesn't close bearish, I'll just close the trade. If it doesn't close bearish, I'll close the trade. If it closes bearish, I'm going to hold for probably 30 to 40 minutes or 30 minutes to an hour range, I would say. I'm not going to risk more than I made on the last trade. So in the last trade, I made $757. I'm not going to risk that. I'm only going to risk some of the profit I made on the last trade that I closed already. Just to keep things, stable, consistent. I'll target down to here maximum and see if the next hourly can drop. Yeah, back to this. So, like I said, before you click buy or sell, some of you guys might need these types of rules in your trading because you might be taking 10 trades a day or you might be taking too many positions a day that you don't need to be in. And that might be hurting you. That might be costing you in the long run because there's quality over quantity. Like I said, most people want results, but at the same time, most people can't wait 2 days for a good trade setup or 3 days for a good trade setup or even 1 day for a good trade setup. Most people just want to rush into trades right when they open the laptop. I know you guys saw me jump on this session and obviously I was in a trade right away. All right, I jumped on and not right away, but shortly into the stream, So like, yeah, obviously I'm saying like most traders, they open up their laptop and they jump right into trade. But obviously you guys saw me, jump into a trade. Like obviously you guys saw me jump into a trade like, I don't want to say right away, but just shortly into the stream, but there was something there for me. Like I've done this a lot of times. Like I've probably done what you're seeing me do right now more than the average trader out there or more than even a lot of the top traders you see on social media these days. What you're seeing me do right now, I can guarantee you I've done more than most people. I'm probably in the 1% of literally like how many times I've done this. But if you find you're over trading, maybe you're over trading, you're not, or you're too emotional, or maybe you trade out of boredom, maybe you take setups that you shouldn't even take. You might need some structure, some rules, some accountability for yourself. Okay, so even things you don't do anymore, you might need a list of things that you don't do, right? Like not just like, oh, I'm gonna do this, oh, I'm gonna look for this. Like you might have to put rules of stuff like I'm not gonna trade out of boredom. No setup means close the laptop, walk away, carry on with life, call it a day. Because, like, if you didn't know what trading was, you wouldn't always be, like, let's say you didn't know what trading was, you just have your life, right? So just continue your life, right? Don't trade out of boredom. So it's not just what to do and having checklists to follow of things we need to do. It's having a checklist of what I shouldn't do anymore. I don't trade when I'm bored. I don't trade out of boredom. If there's no setup there, if I don't see anything that really allows me to pull the trigger, execute something that's there, close the laptop. A flat day executed to plan is the job well done, not time wasted, right? Don't take your trade without your setup. I do not add to losing positions. You could add to this stuff, right? I don't overtrade. I don't take more than X amount of trades per day or per week. I only take one trade per session, or when you're going to trade too. Like I'm not going to trade in random hours. I'm only going to trade around specific sessions. I don't chase breakouts or green candles. If I missed the move, I missed it. Gold prints new setups every week or every day, every other day, or in different sessions. This chasing the green candles is where your edge is really going to die. If you're chasing green candles, you're chasing green candles. That's where your edge is really going to die. So this candle has 10 minutes till it closes. It looks like it's going to close bearish. If it closes bearish, I think the next candlestick will drop. And so my plan is hold this. I'm going to hold this for the next 9 minutes. If it flips up and closes bullish, I'll close, but I think this will close bearish. It's been fluctuating for a while, for pretty much down the whole time. I think this candlestick will close bearish. So if it does, and I think it will, I'm just going to hold it out for the next candlestick. So my plan is trying to see if the next candlestick gives more of a drop. Potentially, potentially it could drop down to like here if the next candlestick does drop, right? Got like a little wick there, like a little, maybe we get like a little wick, or hopefully it doesn't wick up like, imagine it just, maybe there's a little wick on the candle, little candlestick wick created. Let's put this here. Next candle potentially could drop if this one closes bearish, all right? That's all my plan is kind of for now in London session. Already made some money live in front of you guys. Took that quick little scalp. That's all that was really there, right? When I got on, rejection candle, entered off of the scalp. There was that rejection. People asking about buys. I'm thinking buys closer to New York session. I'm not really seeing a buy here unless it's like, yeah, there's this area. It's kind of staying above that. Yeah. I'm not really seeing a buy right now, or one really setting up at the moment. Maybe I feel like buys would be closer to New York today if we're going to get a buy. I think that's going to maybe come in New York. Yeah, I feel like buys would be like New York session today if we do come like back down, or if we create like a new low, or if we dump out today in London session. Not really seeing a buy setup at the moment anywhere really. I know there's here, it's kind of above here. It's like maybe a break and retest. There was a resistance there, broke above. No, I'm not really seeing a buy setup right now. I'm thinking buys. I'm thinking, yeah, closer to New York session or during New York session is where I'm thinking buys will set up today. Not really seeing a buy at all right now. Next candle should drop. Like I said, 1 hour. Just stick it with that same plan, 1 hour closes bearish. Next 1 hour, I think, will drop. Chasing green candles. Well, that's a good one. I don't like breakouts, because breakouts, a lot of times breakouts can be like liquidity grabs or like manipulation, like liquidity grabs, fake outs. I don't like breakouts really. I like break and retests. I like when it breaks out and there's a clear area to like retest. I like those. Breakout and retest. I don't like breakouts. So like chasing green candles, that would be like literally like, think about it. Think about it for a minute. Imagine you think price is going to go up, and that's your opinion. Remember I was saying before about thinking about things. Oh, yeah, there we go. A little drop. We're back in the P, yo. We're back in the P. We're back in the P. We are back in the P. If anybody remembers last night, the P means profit. Well, I double dipped on gold today, but I went really light on the second one. Like I had 1.6 lots before, or I think 1.8. And yeah, double dipped on gold. A little double dip tonight. This is like a green candle that would be, whoops. Like this candle here would be a green candle that you chase. Like that's what I mean by don't chase green candles, candles like that. Because if you miss the move, you miss the move, right? You have to recognize like, okay, I missed the move. Don't chase the candle. I should have been in that candle, or I should have been in that trade, right? So like candles like that move maybe significantly in that moment, and you might be thinking about buys. You might be like, I think gold's gonna go up. You know, I think it's a buy. I think it's gonna go up, and you see this green candle going, and you want to be involved. You want to be involved. It's better to not chase. Better sit back, relax. Don't chase the candle. So when you're making a trading plan, have things that you don't like. Look at, like, have a self-reflection of yourself and look at the things you've done wrong. Like, look at the things that blow your account, or look at the things that make you give profit back to the market. Look at the things that make you emotional. Look at the things that make you have bad entries. Look at the things that make you say, I shouldn't have took that trade. Why did I take that trade? Interesting. So you can have a checklist of things you don't do anymore, things you're not going to do, right? You got to kind of become self-aware and have a self-reflection. Look at yourself in the mirror, basically. That type of thing, that type of conversation with yourself, and write those things down and be like, okay, this is what makes me do this wrong. Or this is, look at some experiences that have, turned negative, I would say, more negative experiences, right? More emotional, more negative experiences. And then this would be things you do, like things I'm going to do before I click buy, right? Before I execute. Light trade there. We're up again. We're in the P again. W stream today. Hopefully you guys maybe caught one of the two trades I took. I took the same trade twice basically, but the first entry was better. And yeah, this 1 hour looks like it's going to close bearish. Like I said, if it closes bearish in 7 minutes, 4 minutes, whoa, time flied by there. If it closes bearish in 3 minutes, then next candlestick should drop. What if it ends up like taking out the lows down here? That'll be a crazy risk. That'll be a nice risk to reward. I think it could come down to like here. The bot like this here, like I'm just going to keep it where I had it. We're back in the P again, yo. In the P. Back-to-back nights. In back-to-back-to-back nights in profit, guys. 3 nights in a row, back-to-back-to-back nights in profit. You guys want more streams like this, but you don't show love. You guys want me to stream every day, every moment of the day, but you don't want to smash the like button or comment on the video. Shame on you. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. Yo, gold is dropping. There we go, folks. There we go. We're back in the P. We are back in the P. 1, 2, 3 in the P. My name is E-V-A-N. Let me see. Just DM me on. Message me on Discord. Fuck, nothing. That's like 6. Exactly. I was saying, like, to me, it's nothing, but that's what I'm trying to prove to you guys. It's easy. not simple to make money. That's exactly why the skill set's key. Like the skill set can make you, the skill set in trading is like there's people who work 40, 50, 60 hours a week to get minimum wage, minimum pay. And in trading, you can make, I've made like $900 on this stream, and we've been on for 2 hours. You can make someone's paycheck in 2 hours in 1 week. Like that's the power of trading. You're buying time. The skill set buys you time. It's like most people spend 40 hours a week to make, I don't know, 500, 600, whatever it is a week. It's like some people make $500 a week, but they spend 50 hours a week doing it, right? In trading, you can make $500 in 1 day. With the right trade setup, you can make 500 in a week with putting in minimal time. Like that, the skill set would be like, you could make what you make at your job in trading, spending way less time. It's like you might work 40, 50 hours a week. Trading, you can work 5 to 10 hours a week, aka 1 to 2 hours a day to make that same paycheck. It's a skill set. And you don't need a big account to do it. You honestly don't need a big account to do it. 1 hour close bearish. This next 1 hour, like I said, same kind of thinking. The next 1 hour should go down. I'm going to hold this trade for 30 minutes to an hour, see where it gets in the next 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe I can hit my take profit. That would be nice. And there we go. Low rejection, pushing P. Oh, damn. What the heck? Why are you not charging anymore? Interesting. I should sleep more? Oh, yeah. I like what, Jessica? I should sleep more. But no, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with showing you guys. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to this process, guys. If you haven't realized, I'm dedicated to the process of showing up and committing to showing you guys how this works. It's all soon. Like, I get my sleep. I slept during the day today, a little bit at nighttime. Let's see. This candle's flicking up right now. That's usually how a candlestick opens, is when it opens, it usually goes like the opposite way. Bouncing right now. In 40 minutes, this thing could drop down if it's going to. So again, like the trade really here again is just seeing if, again, this candle can drop maybe in the next hour. If it doesn't, then I'm thinking maybe buys for New York session. Are we trying to get above 4K? There's always been buys below 4K. Gold has always been a buy below 4,000. That's why I'm not trying to like hold this trade long term. Just wanted like scalping. Like I already had that $700.57 trade. And yeah, like below 4K, there's been buys. Literally every time it goes below 4,000, there's been a buy. So that's one reason why I don't want to hold this too long. Like I want to base it off of time. Like the first trade I took, you guys saw, I was talking about like 30 minutes, right? Next trade, basing it off of like this next 1 hour, which is like the same setup. Not much has changed. It's basically like the same setup here. So that's one reason why I'm just kind of more scalping, like seeing, okay, if this next 30 minutes to an hour goes down, because we are below 4K and there has been buys, as you can see, like below it. That's where it's really set up. There's a lot of support here. And the more times you touch something, the weaker it does become. Like this level has been touched a lot. Right, this area, it has been touched quite a bit amount of times. I wouldn't be surprised if gold tried to break this level and continue down. That's one thing I wouldn't be surprised about if that were to happen. So I like this trade, just going to hold it for the next 30 minutes to an hour, like 30 minutes. Want to see where this is in 30 minutes from now. And then, you know, the 30 minute to an hour range, that's where it's like really the deciding point if I'm just going to close it. If it's a break even, small loss, or if it's a small win, or if it's a profit, that kind of 30 minutes to an hour decision. And from there, like just going to close the trade. I already made enough profit tonight that, again, if this trade hits my stop loss, if this trade loses, like I made $757 on the other trade. So I'm not going to risk that. I'll risk maximum like 100, and so I'll risk under $200 on this trade. Right? I'm not going to risk what I made on the last position. All right. And I'll see how it plays out. I'm going to wrap this up though. Going to try to be live. I'm not going to say I'm going to be live for New York. I'm done saying I'm going to be live for New York session. I'll let you guys know if I'm live for New York in like 4 hours. Maybe there's a buy setup in New York. I don't want to take buys here. It's not really it's not like my entry for that. Buys would have had to be like after this candle right here. Buys would have to be after this candle for me. After that candle would have been good buys on the 4 hour, or again around that 3975. It does look like it's trying to flip right now. The structure, like it could be accumulating underneath 4K. So again, that's why I'm just treating this as like a scalping setup for the session, because it could be trying to accumulate underneath 4K. I just had a nice little bounce there. And yeah, like it could be trying to accumulate underneath this level. So that's why it's just like, okay, if this doesn't react in the hour, I'm going to get out. I'm going to add a little bit to this position. It's not a big position compared to the last one I had. That's why I'm basing it off just like the next hour, because that's what I see. So 54 minutes, a lot of time. This thing's spiking up right now, but it could end up wicking down in 40 minutes, 30 minutes from now, literally. Happens all the time. I'm going to wrap this up, though. I hope you guys learned something tonight. Remember this, like, if you're someone who maybe doesn't know where to start with a trading plan, start with some of these things. Maybe start thinking about some of these things so you give yourself more time out of the market. It's not always about being in, especially if you don't have that really raw experience like I do, right, of practicing a lot. Like, keeping yourself out, having these restrictions and limits on yourself could be boring. It might be hard because you might be trying to battle against your own emotions and the market and all the candlesticks that form. Because obviously, if you were to have a checklist like this before you click buy or sell, you're not going to take as many trades as you normally would. So you might have to fight against old habits and rebuild new structure. If you're a new trader, you're in the right place. If you're a brand new trader, you're in the right place because you haven't gone through bad habits yet. You haven't formed bad habits. Most people form bad habits for years. They spend years forming bad. I did. I did plenty of times. I formed bad habits in my first 3 years that I continued over and over and over again, right? Bad habits, right? You could be a trader who forms years of bad habits. So it might be hard to detach yourself from those bad habits. That's why having a checklist like this, it's formidable, right? There's context here. There's something you can follow, but it might be hard to follow because you might have to battle and detach, remove those bad habits from yourself. Because if you were to make a checklist like this before you buy or sell, you answer some questions, you follow maybe a process. You're following a process here. That's what this is. This is a written process that you would be following. It would be harder to do this because you wouldn't take as many trades then, right? But that right there is going to keep you with longevity. That's going to have you long-term in these markets, not taking as many trades. Because remember what I said before I started talking about this at the beginning? I went on like a little talk and I said, the trades you avoid, the trades you don't take are just as important as the trades you take, right? So remember that with all that being said, okay? The trades that you avoid, the trades you don't take are just as important. So this will help you avoid more trades. It'll put you in the lane of maybe not taking as many trades, right? Which is a good thing for longevity. In the heat of moments, in moments where you're seeing green candles move, you're seeing price action move, you're seeing people online catch trades, this, and that. There might be eagerness there to take trades. There might be a urge to take more trades than you need to. So this type of checklist is going to keep you Like having a checklist is going to keep you out of the market more than in it, right? This is going to keep you out of the market more than in it, which is fine, right? It might not feel fine, right? It might be hard because that urge to trade could be there, right? Especially in this day and age. Like this day and age, I've noticed most people, more and more people are gambling these days. Like more people want to gamble these days. More people want to like bet on things too. We live in like a very popular like time of gambling right now, like gambling, online betting on things, gambling on things is at the highest like level it's ever been. So it's like people want things quick. Like when you gamble on something, it's like win or lose, you know the outcome and it's quick, right? So people have like a gambling mentality these days more than I've ever seen, and I've been in this industry for a bit over 10 years now. And this day and age with traders, DMs that I get DMs all day, right? I literally get DMs all day, right? And usually it's the same type of conversation, same types of things people are saying. So yeah, like you want to kind of get away from that feeling I need to be in the market. I need to trade. I need to be in the market. This and that. I hope you guys enjoyed this session though. Hope you guys learned something at least, all right? Remember what I said, yo. Remember what I said, yo. You get what you give, yo. Remember what I said. Remember what I said. Remember. Don't forget. Don't forget what I said. If you guys want me doing more of these streams, I will. I will. I will. Don't forget. Don't forget. I'm going to wrap it up in a couple minutes. Wait for me to say that one more time, and then I'm really going to wrap it up. All right? 48 minutes. Watch me end up staying on for 48 more minutes. Imagine. Someone said I'm gambling. Not even. What do you mean? The fuck? If you think I'm gambling, before I entered the trade I first took, I had reason behind it. 30-minute rejection. I could have still been in the first trade. 30-minute rejection candle entered. Well, now I used the 1 hour. This time I'm using the 1 hour. Hello. Haha. Yeah. Yeah. I deserve some burgers tomorrow. I deserve a burger tomorrow and chicken tenders. I definitely do. What'd I say? If the hourly closes bullish, the next hour should go down. In the P, yo. In the flippin' P. What'd I say? What'd I say? Hey, hey, hey. What's this? This is what I listen to. Nikola Tesla 369 HZ. Actually, no, I don't. I listen to alpha waves, if anything. Alpha waves are pretty cool. I actually I sleep with noise. Like I need a noise on. I like ever since I was young, like I used to use a fan when I was young. I like white noise, brown noise. I like having certain noises on. What did I say? What did I say? Let's move this down. W's in the chat. Hopefully you guys are in it. If you guys caught a trade, yo, I took 2 trades live in front of you guys tonight. 2. Dose. Don't wait on me. See, yeah. See? Yo, damn, yo, see? I did tell you guys at the beginning of the stream. I did say, with or without me, you guys should be able to catch trades. See Christian B here? He caught this on his own. Don't wait on me. I did tell you guys. Oh, wow. See, Christian and Christian. Oh, man, Wick. Giorgio. Oh. Video spam. What happened? No. Sorry. I don't know. I got to figure out that. Yeah, for everyone. My bad, Giorgio02719. It says reason images / video spam. Been timed out for 2 minutes. Sorry. I told you guys next hour should go down. I did say. I entered the same trade pretty much twice. Honestly, I could have just held the first trade, got off, set and forget. Dollar's going up, right? We need, oh. Yo, gold should drop more then. Come on, why does this always happen, yo? It's like lagged. Freaking laggage. Silver dropping a bit. Silver's kind of bearish-ish on the candles. I'm talking about like the candles, current candles. Yeah, dollar just had a nice gold. How much time's left on the candle? 44 minutes. It should drop more in 44 minutes is a lot of time. Hopefully you guys caught that trade. I see some people just posted in Discord. Yeah, sorry, Giorgio02719. Maybe the emoji. I don't know. This emoji is from a server that is either invite only or unavailable. Interesting. 15,000. This guy's crushing it, bro. This guy's up like $75,000 this month. You guys hear that? My week with 3 accounts. Only live sessions with these accounts. Only live sessions. He's made 15,000 on these live sessions. You owe me a donut, all right? I want to buy me a donut. Buy me a freaking donut or 2, a cinnamon roll, cream cheese, icing on the top. Please. Please. I said please. Please. No. I need a donut or a cinnamon roll. Fucking a good cinnamon roll, all right? Please. Thank you. All right? You're up 15K this week. I think you can afford it, all right? I think you can afford it. Nice sells there. Look at Christian B. Oh, I see some money there. I see some money. Yeah, you owe me a donut too, yo. I see some money there. Honey. Yeah, you owe me a burger or a donut. I'm joking. I'm really not. Give me a box of donuts, yo. I need a box of donuts, yo. At that point, yo. There we go. We'll just listen to this. We'll get on the right frequency. All right? We will get on the right frequency. Remove negative energy from our life.
Estos son los 3 pasos que tienes que seguir.
Jeez, man, she really just we were vibing there. All right, folks. I did say what I said. I think someone thought, I don't know if someone was saying I'm gambling, or I don't know if you're talking about me, but no, I had everything planned. If you're talking about me, I don't know if you're talking, I said if the 30-minute closes, you know, we get the next 30-minute down. That was planned, executed. $4,000 psychological level held. Look at 4K. 4,000. Look at the level, like $4,000 held, psychological level, hold number. Nice little hold there. 40 minutes. How much more can this candle drop in the next 40 minutes? Well, what time is it? It's 4:19, so it'll be 5 a.m. Still some good volume in these hours. Can it? Trying to imagine the candle dropping. Solid stream though. Double whammy on those sells, yo. I literally double dipped the sells. Literally double dipped it. I could have triple dipped it, to be honest, but double dip on the sells. If you guys caught any trades, throw them up in Discord. Hopefully you guys caught those sells. I see some people posted. Post that in Discord. I would love to see. And we're rolling. There goes gold. There goes gold. W's in the chat. W stream, yo. W stream. Oh, man, my camera. Look at me. I'm smiling. Look at that guy. Who's that guy, huh? Freaking camera keeps doing this to me. I think it's the cord. I think the cord's messed up. Yeah, you owe me some donuts. Or some cinnamon roll donuts. Give me a box of donuts. Need a box of donuts, yo. But yo, W's in the chat. W stream tonight, guys. We just made money tonight again. Back to back. Yesterday, we were in a winning trade. The day before that, we were in a trade. Every session this week. Back to back to back. That's why I just flowing with the London session, right? W Stram. I wrote Stram. Jeez. Yeah, well, I literally caught 2 sells on gold. That's why, if you notice, look what I said when I'm going live. Look at the emoji I used. I knew. Deep down, I knew. It was gonna, look at the emoji I used when I wrote going live in Telegram. Deep down, I knew. I knew. Where's the link? I don't know where the Telegram link is. Is this the link? Or is it just going to put the username? Deep down, I knew. ECABS 1. How come I can't share? There's no link. What the heck? That's weird. I can live stream in here. That should be the link. Yeah. That's the Telegram if you're not in it. What? What's wrong with the background, man? What's wrong with the background? You don't like... What's wrong with the background? Fine. 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 You asked for it.
Can you tell which one of us is real and which one of us is AI? How about now? Does this look real to you? If you thought I was AI.
Man, I'm gonna do my thing. It's crazy in the club when I'm in there, man. Get up. Trust me, homie, I'm not playing. I had a dance floor off the chain. I said, get up. I came to bring you that California love and a little New York hate. It's all of the above. I'm not playing, I'm saying I'm off the chain. You niggas better follow instructions. I say, get up. I bow to our fall. I stunt till I drop. I'm off the showroom floor, not the used car lot. You buy a bottle, I buy the bar. I make every other week feel like Mardi Gras. When I get into it, I get into it. Everybody can't do it the way I do it. I make it rain, then the sun come out. A nigga playing, we make the guns come out now. My question is who they gon' blame when I'm at number one on the billboard again. Shit trip now, the game done changed since Mike made Thriller and Prince made Purple Rain. I guess I made the kids one slang and then WA made the West Coast bang. Nah,
better?
just music, man, it's just music. Now get your ass on the dance floor and move it. I have the savoir-faire, I'm the reason everybody here. I say get up, I make it hot and your feet hurt and I really don't care. I say get up, I want to see you move and get all into the groove. I say get up, I'm getting money, man, I really don't care. Let me see you put your hands in the air. I say get up, good, I won't get to know you better. You look good in them jeans and them best stilettos. You got a Billy Cool.
There you go. Is that better?
I take you to the point of no return. If you listen, you learn just how a nigga earn. I got money to burn, but again,
Oh, yeah, this one goes hard, yo. That goes hard. That goes hard. 50. Bro, I was listening to I remember I was in grade 3 listening to 50 Cent. That was like the first rapper I third grade. Third grade, freaking rapping Candy Shop, and you don't even know what it's about. You actually think he's talking about a freaking candy shop or something. Like, holy, oh man, and you're a kid and you don't even know what he's saying. And then you get older and you're like, oh, it all makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Break even trade, if anything. Try to secure the bag. Like, I mean, W stream again. Last night we were in profit. The day before. We're getting a bit of a pullback right now. The plan was executed, though. The plan was executed. Rejection candlestick, follow the time, following the time of the rejection. We got the 1 hour rejection, follow that time. Would love for this to close bearish too, but we'll see. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to try to be on for New York session. We'll see how that goes. I know I've said that a few nights, and then I never end up going live. It's because I'm just... I was gonna say something terrible. That just wouldn't. No, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. To me, in my head, it sounded funny, but it might have just sounded. Might have been vulgar. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, I'll see everybody later. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys got value. I hope you guys learned something. Whether or not you caught the trade, it's all good. If you didn't, if you caught the trade, post it in Discord. Would love to see. We got Honey Flow here with the flip. Deposit $56. Flip the account. Flip and dip with the pip and dip. We got Christian, who's up like some racks there, it looks like, or like a rack. He's freaking buying lots of donuts tomorrow, or burgers. And this guy's buying us all burgers and donuts, all right? He's up 15,000 this week, so he owes us all donuts. Every single one of us. Just remember that. If you ever see him in person, just be like, yo, you owe me a donut. If you ever see him in person. Ever see this